I was initially planning on making a video about the Russian foreign minister and how his excuses for the attacks on Ukraine were pretty silly. But I didn't want to get too political, and seeing how the most I've done on this channel was shit on trash memes or politicians from my own country, I think I'm going to just not talk about it. Don't worry, I'm not being held at gunpoint from the Russian spy I talked about a couple days ago. Do check out the video if you haven't yet. Rumors say if you watch my videos, your crush will actually text you back instead of leaving you on red. Anyways, I'm just doing this because I don't want this channel to be like a shitty version of Ben Shapiro's channel. Moving on, today's a very special day in Japan because it's been 11 years since the big earthquake that almost caused the whole country to explode, honestly. A lot of people died from the incident and some are still suffering from what happened a whole 11 years ago. And usually on sad days I want to stay positive, despite my voice, lack of enthusiasm for practically anything, and the overall negativity I have. I try to look past the sad things in life and move on by talking about happy shit. And by golly, I haven't found something as energizing as this since losing my virginity. Sora yorimo toi basho, which translates to the place further than the sky, is probably the best adventure anime I've seen so far. This shit slaps harder than getting a shirt to a middle school dance proposal. This shit is both energizing and exciting as the climax of hentai cum shots, but it is as depressive and emotional as post-nut clarity. The story is about a couple of girls who want to go to Antarctica and get the full experience. Some of them want to go because they feel like it and want to make a lasting memory, while one girl in particular is really focused on going because her mom, who was an Antarctica explorer slash researcher, died a couple years ago in Antarctica, and she wants to see the same scenery and experience the same things her mother did. It's a very wholesome story that has its giggles and tears. And usually, whenever I hear adventure anime, I think back to Made in Abyss, which starts off so fucking boring. The adventure is so slow and it only starts off like 4 or 5 episodes in. Even when they progress, they're stuck in certain areas for 3 episodes and it just keeps going like that. And I don't think Made in Abyss is the only series guilty of this bullshit. I've seen a lot of series that make your excitement levels go up and down in waves. Sora Yorimo Toibasho does the exact opposite. The story is consistently good and there are no ups or downs, just linear, smooth flows of excitement and sense of progress. The adventure doesn't start from, hey, we're going to Antarctica. It starts from finding friends who want to go, training for Antarctica's harsh climates, all the stuff that sounds boring and almost filler-like, but this part is actually good as well. I didn't want to go make a sandwich in between meaningless dialogue that's just wasting my time like in earlier episodes of Made in Abyss. I was actually interested in the rather fast but smooth pacing of the story. Somehow the story just gets better and better, especially once they actually leave Japan to go on the trip. Even the small pit stops they have to make are full of good content, which usually doesn't go the same way for many other series. As they approach Antarctica, the art direction budget probably went up by threefold, cause damn, some of the scenery was animated really nicely, and after watching it, it just felt like I needed to get a couple of people and go to Antarctica. So, if anybody's interested, leave a comment. Let's head there someday. Shit's gonna be fun as all balls. The tearjerker scene near the end of the show was absolutely amazing. There's this particular scene that's so good that I won't spoil, but it's so good because there are subtle events that are built up for the scene since the beginning of the series, and it has to be one of the best emotional scenes in all of anime. I'm not kidding you when I say I cried more than a certain episode from Attack on Titan Season 3 concerning the death of my favorite character. Overall, Sora Yorimo Toibasho has to be the best adventure anime I've ever seen, even edging out Made in Abyss in my opinion. If you haven't watched it, I guarantee you'll be a virgin for life. But that's about it. Peace.